Hello, this is RV Vagabond Jerry, and I'm driving the Alaska Highway west away from Fort Nelson, and right now I'm at a stopping point with a lovely view I wanted to show you. And this is just a little ways east of the town of Toad River. The highway goes over this bridge on the river, and I'm not sure at this point, but I assume this is the Toad River. As you can see in here, the water is rushing quite a bit here. It seems to be anxious to get wherever it's going. And there's a nice mountain scene here. This is on the other side of the bridge. And by the bridge here is a sign saying Riviere Racing River. Well, racing makes sense. It does seem like it's racing. This is just a little ways west of Toad River, and this is Marsh Lake Provincial Park. And I don't know the name of this river, but there's a little stopping point here, so I thought I would stop and show you the river. And it's, as you can see, it's just a few feet from the road. For a long ways here I've been driving just right along the river. Some places it is very, very close to the road, and this river is rushing as well. This may be part of the racing river. Got some mountains all around here. So on one side of the road is the river, and on the other side is these big mountains here, or at least cliffs actually. But you can see these cliffs go a long way. And there are some good rapids right there. Just thought this would be a nice shot. I've driven just a little further, and I saw this sign at the bridge saying that it is the Toad River. And this is the first sign I've seen of any snow on the mountains. And it is rushing like everything. And then there's a creek here that merges into the river. Let's go on the other side of the bridge. Nice scenery on this side also. This is Marsh Lake. Here's some more scenes driving along Marsh Lake. This is between Watson Lake and Teslin in the Yukon. I'm just coming into the town of Teslin, Yukon, and they have this overlook point just before getting into the city. They do have one other thing here that interests me, is this museum. I'm going to do another video on that. They do have a really nice view here of this lake and this bridge that goes over the lake into the town of Teslin. This is late in the day, 6:30, so the sun is right overhead shining into the lake. That's why it looks so bright there. By the way, I videoed only a little bit on the trip from Fort Nelson to here on some of the rivers. There is a whole lot of rivers, so I only did a very small portion of the rivers that I came to. There were just numerous rivers along the way and bridges across them. Just want to let you know that. I crossed the bridge here in Teslin, Yukon. Still see the lake there. And there is a store here. And they've got this big gravel lot where they let RVs park overnight. And in addition to that, they've got several motorcyclists that are going through down the Alaska Highway, and they have set up their tents, and they have a little party going on over there too. I think I hear this guy's pulling a boat, and they got a little camp set up there. This is on June 22nd, the day after summer solstice, and it is now 11:30 p.m. The sun has set, but it still isn't getting dark. It's dusky, but it will get dark probably in about an hour, maybe 12:30 a.m. and then the sun will arise probably around 3 a.m. I've woken up in the middle of the night a few times lately at between 3 and 4 o'clock, and it will already be daylight. So right now this is the best I can do for a sunset. And another thing I've noticed is that the sunsets here last so long. If you live here and you see a pretty sunset, you've got time to go home and get your camera, and it'll look the same when you get back. This is just west of Teslin, Yukon. I'm driving over the Teslin River Bridge. Marsh Lake, not too far from Whitehorse. I'm at a rest stop at the Marsh Lake Bridge. There are some people canoeing. There's some kayakers. There's a guy fishing. They also have a dam here. This is just a few miles before getting into the town of Whitehorse. There's a boat ramp and a big rest area here for RVers. This is the Yukon River as seen from downtown Whitehorse. This is a platform built a little ways out into the river so you can get a good view. You can see buildings right across the banks there. Well, this seems to be a nude beach they have here on the river. Somewhat of a beach. It looks more rocky than sandy. Well, folks, this is the end of my trip up the Alaska Highway from Fort Nelson, BC to Whitehorse, Yukon. From here, I'm heading north to Dawson City, Yukon. So continue to follow me, and I think you'll find it interesting if you've never been here, or maybe kind of reminiscent if you have. Good day, folks.